Don't forget to come see us, eventbrite.com. Pick a day, come see us. Well, I'm really excited. Other than waking up going, I'm moving today, I was really excited about today's guest because she is a proud member of the 40 and Up Club. And I found Saratta Murphy, or Mrs. M, on social media. And I fell in love with Saratta. Everything. Attitude, look, outlook in life as we get older, everything. And this was the video that made me fall in love with her. Watch this.
I have officially reached the okay point in life. If you disagree with me, okay. If you don't like me, okay. If you think I'm doing too much, okay. If you no longer want to be connected to me, okay. And child, if you believe 5 + 7 is 2, okay. Because I am 28 + 13, and there is nothing on God's green earth that I'm about to allow to rob me of my peace. So, okay.
Okay. Right? I immediately came in the office the next day and I said, we need Saratta on the show because she's helping Gen Xers, well, basically anybody really, redefine life and fashion over 40. Audience, give it up for Saratta Murphy, everybody. Hi, Saratta.
Thank you.
I'm great. I'm great, Saratta. How are you?
I am doing well. I mean, happy to be alive, like you said, right?
Right? Okay, I think we all, I call them bookmarks. We all have bookmarks in our life. Okay, this is the period of life I'm in where I'm going to tolerate X, Y, and Z. And okay, here's the period, your 30s. That clip I played, that video of yours, when did you reach the okay era? I was wondering that. Some people hit it way early, some people hit it at 40. When did that start for you?
It started earlier probably than most, just because I've gotten to a point in life where, or I had gotten to a point in life where I was like, you know what? It doesn't matter what someone thinks about you. What do you think of yourself? How do you feel about yourself? And I want to say that probably started to happen around 39, right before 40, because it was a milestone birthday. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh my God, I've got to start changing how I receive other people's opinions and thoughts of me and really just start living for myself, because who else can make you happy except yourself?
And don't you think, Saratta, I know for myself, I am a recovering people pleaser. Don't you think we waste so much time, no matter your age, we waste so much time and precious energy giving that power to other people, don't we?
Yes, we do. We do it every day and all the time. And I want to say this too. It was another change for me. I relocated to the Virginia area about almost 3 years ago, right after I lost my father. And my father was one of those people that I feel like he unfortunately went out with carrying a lot of burdens of what people thought of him. And so that was just another major shift for me. Like, I'm going to live life to the fullest. Your days are numbered, and I'm going to do it my way.
Yeah.
And if someone wants to join on the ride, let's do it.
And you know what's interesting about that, Saratta, because again, we are similar in age, is that is generational. I think our generation, we have that thought. Our parents, that just wasn't a concept. Don't you agree? I mean, they didn't think about things like that.
Wholeheartedly. They really had, and it was a lot of different pressures on them as well.
Yeah.
A lot of things they weren't able to choose for themselves, I feel like. A lot of them had kids a lot younger. My parents were really young having children. And so a lot of things shifted for them, and they put themselves on the back burner so that they could make everything good for us. But then again, they allowed other things to come into play that really put pressure on their life. And I think we are, like, we're not doing it. We're over it.
No.
We are changing the way we play the game.
Speaking of changing the way they play the game, I talk about this all the time. I love, like, you can pick Jane Fonda or any woman now. When we were kids, you would go to the Carson Perry Scott or the Marshall Field, and you would never see women of a certain age on Estee Lauder ads or Clinique. But now I love anybody reinventing what it means to be at a certain age. And that was another thing I loved about you. Are there any rules, do you think, Saratta, for us? I'm 50. I hate when people go, oh, you can't wear that such and such because you're 50. I think that's ridiculous in 2025.
I say throw it out. There are no rules when it comes to how you want to present yourself. I say for myself, I mean, for example, I wear tennis shoes to work because they're comfortable and I don't want my feet hurting. I threw away the heels because right now it's about comfort with a nice bit of fashion for me. So I say if you have rules in place, unless they're for yourself, unless they're truly for you, if someone else is imposing them, let it go. There are no rules. I'll be 50 next year, so 48, almost 49 in September. And I am telling you, this has brought such a smile to my face, just how people have received this and they're jumping on board like, yeah, we shouldn't have rules. I mean, if I want to wear flowers with stripes, why not?
Yes,
So
yes.
I'd say this is the time to explore because you may have more years behind you than in front of you.
Yep.
So why not live?
Absolutely. We have more with Saratta when we come back. Back in a moment, everyone. Stay right there. She is an empowerment speaker, business educator, marketing consultant, and she is really enlightening people online. My special guest, I'm so excited about, Saratta Murphy from Instagram and TikTok. Okay, Saratta, I purposely wanted to deal with, heavier things or just kind of setting the stage. Now I just want to have some fun with you because in the dressing room, I was rewatching your video. I was rewatching some videos. And again, you and I are similar in age. Please tell people, everybody, the rules for inviting all of us out at our age. If you want to take us out, if you want us to meet you somewhere, there are rules to follow. Am I right, Saratta?
You are absolutely correct. I mean, first and foremost, we need 5 to 7 business days, maybe 5 to 7 business months, because we need some time to actually get ourselves together to go out. And if you're going to invite us out, we definitely don't want to go out after a certain time because I can't see well at night.
And Saratta, free parking, right? We got to have available parking.
I need either free parking, and I need the parking close to where I'm going to enter the establishment, right? Or valet is fine, but we definitely have things that we don't want to do, and the amazing thing is, it's our choice. We don't have to do it.
Yep. Isn't it easier, Saratta, at our age? I used to watch Oprah say this. I grew up watching Oprah because I'm from Chicagoland, and she always talked about the power of saying no. I just thought of this. Isn't it way easier, Saratta, saying no at our age?
It is, and it's a complete sentence.
Yes. Yeah, done. I don't need to give you a reason, right? Saratta, people wait for you to give a reason, and I'm like, no.
They're almost shocked. They're like, well, why is it no? Or they're looking and waiting and there's a pause, and I don't offer any other explanation because at this age, like I said, I mean, just sitting here with you today would not be possible if I hadn't decided for myself that I wanted to do something different, that I wanted to redefine life. So many opportunities can just open up just because you decide to live, you choose to do what you want to do and enjoy your life.
I never read comments, because I think you don't need that talk, online anything. I don't think you need that mentally in your head. I did read, because I thought it was a safe space, I did read the comments under a lot of your content. You must be so happy because you are being so well received. Isn't that joyful for you?
It is, and I will say I've experienced both sides of it because I do have other platforms that I use for business purposes, and I have received both ends of it, and I will say this. I've got pretty tough skin. I think some of that might have to do with how we were raised and maybe our generation. And that's not always the case because people can come for you, for your soul almost. But for me, you can't rob my joy. You can't steal my joy. And so whatever it is that you want to put on the platform, if it's something negative, I'm just not going to respond to it.
Yep.
And if it's too negative and going to impact someone else, then I'm just going to delete and block it.
I think I always joke, I'll end with this because I know you will relate. I always joke with youngins. I'm like, you have it so easy. We used to play on playgrounds with slides made of molten metal. And then They didn't care about us, Saratta. We had jungle gym equipment with nasty gravel underneath. If we fell, now kids have like gerbil shavings under their stuff. We had, right, Saratta? They didn't care about us in the 70s and 80s.
I mean, if you fell and broke a bone, they put a Band-Aid on it and sent you back to class.
Yes. Will you
They're
please?
like, you'll be okay.
We got to go, but will you please come back sometime?
Absolutely, and thank you so much for having me.
Well, it was a blessing to have you. Thank you. Give it up for Saratta, everybody. Follow her right now on social media. Just search for The Unimagined Life on Instagram and TikTok. Well, for the first time, I'm not joking, in my 50 years, I was fooled on April Fool's Day by the crew, and you'll see that when we come back. Back in a moment.